What is up, everyone? Pogo Sean GG here, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm running a very fun team with Shiftry, Azu, and Hypno. Hypno running Focus Blast and Thunder Punch, and Azu running Hydro Pump instead of Play Rough. I am running Hydro Pump due to the fact that every Pokemon on my team has a very good answer to Azu, opposing Azu, and I'm running Focus Blast on my Hypno. Because people don't expect it. It's a very strong move, and it has a potential to one-shot a lot of Pokemon. Yeah, and like I said, no one tends to shield it. They always think it's like a Shadow Ball or a Fire Punch. But yeah, it's we're wrapping up Season 4 Great League today, so this is the last day that's going to be going. So I hope you guys have a great rest of Season 4, and I hope you guys enjoy the battles. Let's get right into them. Alright, so for the first match, my opponent leads Swampert. This is an excellent lead here. A Leaf Blade doing double super effective would one-shot him. And he switches into a Deoxys, and I throw the Foul Play here just to ensure a shield or a lot of damage done to the Deoxys. So I stay here in a little bit. I should have switched out to Hypno, but I kind of want to draw another shield or store up a Leaf Blade in the back. So it looks like I'm storing up a Snarl and a bunch more, and I'm going to be going into my Azumarill to land this Hydro Pump. If the foul play did land, I would have switched into Hypno and confusioned it down. But however, my opponent commits a shield, so I go into Azu to get a hard-hitting move with Hydro Pump in. And I know my opponent doesn't want to commit 2 shields, or else it would be in a very bad spot. So we get off the Hydro Pump with Azu, and my opponent brings out Skarmory. Hypno has a decent matchup against this, so this is a big threat to the team. We do get an Ice Beam off here. I was not going to be able to get a Hydro Pump, which is totally cool. And we bring out the Hypno. And we're trying to get these Thunder Punches off. So my opponent throws a Brave Bird, and I automatically switch. So if they stayed in there, they would be double debuffed with defense, and they would be taking 50% more damage. I get off a Leaf Blade, the opponent shields, now they're in a really bad spot. No more shields. Leaf Blade is going to one-hit KO the Swampert, which is very unfortunate. That's the only Swampert. It's only Swampert's weakness is grass, and we're gonna get off a very hard-hitting Foul Play here, which should almost KO the Skarmory. Yeah, so it does KO the Skarmory, and that's gonna be a GG. Shiftry just builds up energy so fast, and the damage output is insane. So we're up against a Galvantula here, and this is a lead loss for Shiftry. So I have a little trick I like to do here. I like to throw off a Foul Play. If one lands, I like to automatically switch into my Hypno. And I'm going to shield up. I'm okay committing 2 shields here. So he blocks the first one, and I get to the second one before he gets to his second charge move. So he commits another shield. So I'm going to go ahead and match shields. Get off this Foul Play, and as soon as this lands, before he finishes his fast move of Volt Switch, I like to automatically switch into Hypno, and you'll see why. So it finishes off the Galvantula, which is kind of problematic to my team. And so we're going to be able to get these Thunder Punches off. Hypno has a great matchup against Azu. I have been testing this team out with a Shadow Hypno, but that was on my alt account. I actually like Shadow Hypno better. So I'm building up a lot of energy here. And we get off a Thunder Punch, however, a Bubble does go through. This might not knock me out as soon as I finish. No, okay, yeah, so it does knock me out. And I'm gonna bring in I don't know if I agree with that. I probably misplayed here. should have brought out my Azu, but which is totally cool. So it is a Stunfisk, and we're gonna be able to land this Hydro Pump on this Stunfisk, which would do about 80%, I think. Not sure the exact amount, but it is super effective due to the ground type. And let's land it. So we do KO the Stunfisk, and Azu is in a bad spot, and that's going to be a good game. Good game, opponent. We're up against I'm Kenny Lol. Very cool name. So we pick up a great lead here. Opponent switches. I switch into my Azumarill. Yeah, so I like to either use Hypno or Azu as a safe switch, depending on what the lead is. If they lead with an, what's it called? Altaria, I like to safe swap in my Hypno due to the fact that Azu is a complete wall to Altaria, and I don't want him to switch out if I bring in my Azu. We are running Hydro Pump, so we are in a less favorable matchup here. Regardless, it's going to be fine, because as soon as my Azu faints, I'm able to bring in my Hypno to farm down, depending on what the situation is. I should be counting here the bubbles of the opponent, but as I'm commentating, I lost count. So okay, it looks like I'm bringing in my Shiftry here. And unfortunately, my opponent swaps out. Even it's like hard counters, which is what's his face, Marowak. Shiftry actually threatens it a lot, so I'm not able to get to the second foul play. But it is very risky for my opponent not to shield here, because it would KO their Marowak. So we grab both shields, and it's kind of looking pretty good for us. I think the correct play here is to go to Azu, yeah. And from this, we could let the opponent throw his energy and bring out Hypno and farm down. So I have to shield here because this is totally a Shadow Ball. It is a Bone Club. I do get baited. However, we can survive a Shadow Ball here. So we do land a Thunder Punch on this Azu. And I'm going to be looking to farm down potentially, just to ensure I get Thunder Punch off on this Marowak. And it's only an Ice Beam. So we have 2 Thunder Punches up, and my opponent is in confusion range. And to ensure I get the KO, I do throw the charge move, and it KOs the Marowak. So GG, opponent. So we're up against Zeta Xander. So Marowak, bad lead loss, and I think this is the Caleb Ping line, and I misplay my switch, hit a wrong button. My opponent brings out Ferrothorn, and I expect there to be a Shiftry in the back. So this is a very, very hard counter to my team. I gotta find a way to learn this matchup better, but since we're going into Ultra League tomorrow, I'm probably gonna push this on the back burner and wait till the end of the season to play this again. So we do get off the second Ice Beam here. Now we're gonna get put in a weird spot. My opponent could farm us down. It's either that or we land an Ice Beam. So my opponent does make the smart play and to throw the power up here because he knows I could get to an Ice Beam. So I'm in kind of a rough spot here. I think I bring out Hypno in order to farm. No, it's not worth it. So I bring out Shiftry just to absorb these power whips. My opponent brings out Marowak. I bait with a Leaf Blade, hoping I could get some sort of advantage. And unfortunately, it's looking like GG for us. So I'm going to commit both shields here because I need something against the Shiftry in the back. I'm okay with double shielding. And I think I miscount here. I actually don't know the counts on Marowak. For some reason, he gets to a Shadow Ball, and I'm just sitting there over farming, where I could have had play against the Shiftry in the back. And I decided to leave, knowing that it was going to be GG on our end. And okay, Altaria. Bad lead loss for us. I like to bring in my Hypno here. And they bring out Azu, which isn't a very good counter for us. If I were my opponent, I would actually stay in with Altaria. And they do land a Play Rough. I know it was not a Hydro Pump due to the fact they only threw 6 bubbles. And we're gonna just throw a barrage of Thunder Punches here. I'm gonna go ahead and shield just due to the fact that I have about 80 energy stored up. Then we're gonna get this Thunder Punch off, and we're able to win switch advantage here. We get off this Thunder Punch, which barely does anything. Shadow Hypno has a great matchup against Altaria, and I expect my opponent to switch here. They do get off a Sky Attack, which would do like 15-20%, and I'm expecting to switch, expecting my opponent to switch. He's not switching. And what's in the back? So I'm gonna throw this Ice Beam off here while over farming just quite a bit, a little bit. And we throw the Ice Beam. Does my opponent shield? No. So what are you double shielding? You're double shielding a Meganium. Okay, so I'm gonna be throwing off these Ice Punches here. I switch into Shiftry. It's kind of hard to say. Just because the fact that even with a shield disadvantage, no, actually, I think it's even shields. Even shields, Shiftry wins. Regardless, if I bait here and it doesn't land, it's fine because we're going to need 1 foul play and we're going to need an additional Leaf Blade in order to KO the Meganium. So we're able to outpace Meganium a little bit. I throw the Leaf Blade again, and then I'm going to go for that foul play. I wonder if I could have gone double Leaf Blade here, but to be safe, I get off the foul play. And that's going to be GG to my opponent. And we're able to take that game. So that was a quick 4-1. I do have some other games to play with this, but I wanted to make this video short and sweet so it's very digestible for my users. And yeah, so if you guys liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And if you guys want to be featured, please send me your videos in the link down below, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.